Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. And hair flipping on these hoes. Hi.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your boy SeanDavieWay. We are back with part 3. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. And let's get right into the BBW cult. We've done 2 videos on this previously, and now we are on part 3. And on part 3, I want to dive a little bit more into a lot of the allegations that are on Angela, the natural genius, or the genius, whatever she's calling herself nowadays. She's had her TikTok banned. Well, she's been removed from TikTok, I should say, multiple times. And with her being, removed, she just keeps making new accounts. And with her making these new TikTok accounts, the followers that have been following her continue. Remember, the app TikTok is generated more so towards the audience between 13 years of age and 19 years of age. So once again, Angela is on here, putting these impressions on teenagers. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody in her cult, from what I gather, has been of age, but as of recently, Angela has been inviting teenagers into this cult. I repeat, teenagers into this cult, 16, 17-year-olds, things in that nature. And if it's wrong for a man to do it, it's wrong for a woman. If a man can be a predator, so can a woman. So we're definitely going to dive into a little bit of that. But before we do, last video, we got into how Angela allegedly makes her cult members, the daddy's girls, cut as a punishment, and also pulls strands of hair out, 10 strands, sometimes 100 strands, whatever she's feeling that day is the punishment she'll give them if they do not comply with whatever daddy wants within that moment in time. So let's get into how some of the girls actually feel about that and pay attention to what they are saying.
So you really make people cut themselves and control other women. All right, let's do some math here. Daddy is in Michigan. I'm in Georgia. Dee Dee's in Texas. Pretty's in Louisiana. Bella's in New York. Shay's in Virginia. Just a few right there. I'm not finding how Daddy can make anybody do anything when she's in Michigan. And we're all over the place. Help me. Like, am I wrong here? No, I'm not wrong here. Because like I said, Daddy can't make anybody do anything.
We just heard from Michaela North, which happens to be one of Daddy's wives. Now, Angela, the natural genius or the genius, or Angela Natural Genius, she has wives, and she also has like the Daddy's girls. You know, there's different names, different labels for these women. Some of them have to do less and get more attention, and some of them have to do and send money and things of that nature to get attention. Angela only goes live on Saturdays. When she does go live, that is when she's willing to, take, comments from the people in the audience, and also is when she talks to her Daddy's girls, besides speaking to them in DMs on IG and Twitter. So with that being said, Michaela states that she's going to do the math when it's questioned. Do they, or does Daddy, have them, cut themselves and do other things, pull strands of hair out of their head, all type of things. And Michaela never says no. What she does state is, let's do the math, which it isn't math, Michaela. What you are doing is called geography. Okay. You stated the places, city, states, or indifferent, that the other members live in. It doesn't state the answer to the question. You're just basically saying that we all live in different states and cities from Daddy. So there's no way Daddy is making us do this. Yes, Daddy is. Cut it out. If Daddy can make you love her from a distance, Daddy can make you hate yourself from a distance as well. If Daddy can make you physically send her things from a distance, Daddy can also make you physically do things to yourself from a distance as well. Michaela, it's called peer pressure. Okay, when your peers are all a part of something and your peers take their punishment or take what they need to do for the team, they're expecting you to do the same thing. So out of pressure, a lot of these women do things so that they don't, one, look like they don't care, two, look like they don't love Daddy, and three, they don't want to be looked at as the lesser than, as the one at the bottom of the totem pole. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be known. So, Michaela, once again, you're not stating anything here besides the fact that you all live in different cities. It doesn't mean that these things still are not partaking. But let's keep going.
10 cuts. And she's basically threatening Shay to cut. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. So she's telling Shay to cut because apparently a stud was in the live speaking to the Daddy's girls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, what's your response to that?
I don't have a response to that. I know for a fact that is also something that Shay always asks for also.
So that was, you're saying that it was a punishment that Shay wanted.
Exactly.
But why would Shay want to cut herself?
Because that's something that turns her on. You also have text messages of that also.
Of Shay saying that.
Of her asking for it.
You're right. But some people might say that she was asking for it because at that point she wanted to do anything to please Angela.
No. That wasn't the case. She even asked Angela to make me and Bunny do it so it could turn her on. You have those messages too.
I do. So what was the relationship?
So how would that be a punishment? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how would that be a punishment for her if she's telling her, I want you to make them do it so it can turn me on. I want to see blood. I'm like, what? Why would she want us to do that? That's her thing.
Bella, it does not excuse the cutting. Sorry, sis. I think you have this wired wrong. When Shay was requesting that Angela have certain things done and have other people do certain things to turn her on sexually because she likes, blood and gore, and certain things like that, it turns her on as it does Angela. That's completely separate from a punishment. Okay? Pleasure and punishment are two different things. Angela and Shay were having y'all, except for you, Bella, because you said that you didn't cut. But she was having you women, the women that were cutting, cut out of pleasure for them. Shay gets pleasure out of people cutting, and so does Angela. They like it. They like pain. They like to cause pain. That has nothing to do, once again, with punishment. So, Bella, if Angela is telling a cult member to cut out of punishment of them not doing something she told them to, that is Angela's way of being pleased through the punishment. Get it? Meaning she looks for reasons to punish these women, requesting things that she know they can't provide, so that they have to punish themselves so that she can feel pleasure. Okay? So it's like a sick game that she's doing. She's manipulating these women into thinking that they are cutting themselves and pulling strands of their hair out as a way of punishment for them not doing what is being requested of them, not knowing this whole time that this person is being pleased through their pain. It gives them pleasure to know that these people are in pain. Case in point, Bella, that is why Angela wanted pictures. She wanted pictures so that she could be sexually pleased by them. Okay, mental's not enough. She needs to physically know that these things are happening in order to feel the pleasure. Just because a person is sitting there saying, yeah, daddy, I'm cutting myself, that's not the thrill. The thrill is knowing that this is happening, hearing them cry, hearing their fear. Those things turn her on, as it does Shay. Okay, Bella, it's not okay. It isn't. Once again, I repeat, it's not okay. Moving right along.
Was definitely a sexual sadist. This kind of sexual sadism was recognized formally by psychiatrists towards the end of the 19th century, and it was written about explicitly by an Austrian named Richard von Krafft-Ebing, who labeled it piquerism, which is a form of sexual sadism wherein an individual, generally a man, gets sexual pleasure from causing harm to women by stabbing them in some way. And in the case of the London Monster, this was accompanied by sexual epithets and cursing. It needn't always be that way, but generally the point is that this is a person who has a sort of sexual dysfunction, and they can only get pleasure from causing harm to women.
Nobody requested me. Oh my God, request. Who is this Jew? Wait, hold on. Let me add her. Declined. Princess, you can come in. Come in. Come in, princess. Come in.
Okay, so like I'm literally in bed going to sleep for work, but I have 3 questions, okay?
Yes.
And if you answer the 3 questions, I'll leave you the fuck alone. Like, I won't follow this story no more. Okay. Is it true that you have a cult of females?
I don't claim this. I don't claim my girls as a cult.
Okay.
They did that to basically troll people. But
Okay.
no, I do not claim that I'm a cult leader. No.
So your punishments, right? What are these punishments? Like, I keep hearing shit about how you charge these people, how you get them to pull out their fucking hair and shit. What is that that whole thing about?
That's not me. I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
Okay.
When I get angry at my girls, I don't talk to them for a whole day.
Okay, so I don't know. This whole thing is fucked up. I think, honestly, please go sit down on Karen and Jay and like, yo,
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm literally doing nothing.
But I'm telling you, if you're innocent and if you have nothing,
I have girls that love
if you're
me.
innocent and you're not doing nothing wrong, what's the issue with you sitting down and talking to them?
Doing who? With
like,
who?
Not doing nothing wrong, right? What's the issue with you sitting down on Karen or Jay and telling them, hey, like, this is what's going on, this is the facts, X, Y, and Z? Like, what's the issue with you not sitting down with them?
Because they have already judged me for who I am. They have already tried to expose me for something I'm not. I would never sit down with a person
if you're not doing nothing
neutral
wrong,
in a situation that they don't know nothing about.
But if you're not doing nothing wrong, you would have nothing else to say to that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I got work in the morning. If you're not guilty of shit, you would go sit down with them and debunk them.
I would not go sit down with nobody that's already bashing me. I can't sit down with a person that's already
You're a little
bashing me.
odd.
That's dumb to me.
I don't know. You're a little odd to me, but that's
I'm
going.
odd. I'm odd. Yes, I am odd. Yeah, get the fuck on, bitch. I'm odd. I would never sit down with a bitch that's already demolishing my character for no apparent reason that know nothing, about shit. Y'all be asking dumbass questions.
In part 2, we got into a lot of what Shay had to say and why she left the cult. On part 3, we're going to get into Bella and why Bella left the cult. And I'm going to play a couple clips. Shout out to the Black Podcast Show. And after the clips, I'm going to come back with my commentary.
So
Why
are you still a daddy's girl, Bella?
No, I am not. I'm in a whole nother relationship.
You have another
with my baby.
Girlfriend or boyfriend?
Girlfriend, lesbian.
Okay. So you have another girlfriend now. You're no longer with Angela. You're no longer a daddy's girl. Why?
At all. Well, the original reason why I left is because my child was getting threatened. People were threatening to kill my child and bury her next to my dead mother. They called ACS on me. And anybody that knows me knows my baby is my life. So when all of that started happening, plus all the stuff from before, I was like, oh no, I can't. I had a long conversation with Angela. She was mad at me. She wanted me to stay. And I told her I can't do this anymore. I can't. Like, this is too much. It's starting to become to where people are threatening to kill my child. That is a problem.
Who threatened to kill your child?
So Bella states that she left the cult because her daughter was being threatened. People were calling child services on her and a bunch of other things. Shay and Bella clearly don't like one another. Bella, you can see her disdain for Shay and how she blames a lot of things on Shay and comes for Shay, and kind of Shay the same thing. Shay comes for Bella, blah, blah, blah. But Bella, sorry, I'm going to have to analyze the situation from what it is. Make sure you guys check out this entire interview on the Black Podcast Show. On this interview, Bella, you state that you did send Angela money. Angela sent you money, but overall you remember sending her a $500 payment, buying her an Apple Watch, things in that nature. You also state that while you were doing those things, that because it was rumored that you became homeless from sending Angela, the goddess or the genius, whatever she goes by now, that you were sending her money while you were homeless. So that's not very responsible for you to be sending Angela money while homeless, while you have a child. So you saying that the Shay and others, other people, low-key threatening your daughter and coming for your daughter, which there are receipts, and we'll get in a little bit of that too, of Shay threatening Bella's daughter. It just doesn't seem that way. It seems as if you left maybe because you ran out of finances or, things in that nature. You're saying that you left because you can get insurance where you were. Well, you already knew that. You knew going to Georgia, any state that you're moving to, you're not just going to get insurance right away, especially if it's not connected to a job or you're not bringing your insurance with you. So obviously you're talking about the state that you were on public assistance and that you couldn't get your insurance immediately, and how you could in the county that you had already had public assistance through. So you're just completely irresponsible. Your priorities are out of whack. It doesn't make sense for you to be homeless with a child, yet sending people $500 and buying Apple Watches when you could be using that money to find you and your child a secure home. That doesn't make sense. That you left. I left because they were threatening my daughter. Well, you should have never entered because of your daughter. You should have never gotten involved in that type of situation because of your daughter. Why wait until she's put in harm's way because of your decisions to decide that this isn't something that you should be doing? And once again, like you said, you had to leave because your daughter was threatened. So that means you never wanted to leave the cult. You still wanted to stay there. And if so, you're still going to have a daughter while going through said things or whatever you're going through. So, and you're already stating that you're already in another relationship. Like I said, Bella, your priorities are completely messed up. But let's keep going. Let's get into Shay threatening Bella's child.
Okay, so Shay was texting you because you had went live. This was after she had left the call.
Yes.
Okay, so while we trying to get the text messages on the screen, let me just have you emphasize that right quick. Why did Shay leave the call? from your
She
perspective.
didn't leave the cult. What happened was when she went to go see Angela in Michigan, Angela sat down with her and told her, "Listen, I love you, but I see you as a friend. I want to still be your friend. I see you as like a best friend." Shay got upset and attacked Angela.
Bella says that Shay did not get kicked out of the cult, that it was more so of she went down there to see Angela. When she visited Angela, Angela told her after, the visit or during the visit, that she didn't see herself being compatible with Shay. She didn't see herself being like in love with her or with her. She just saw her more of a friend. Now, allegedly, Shay got upset and Shay physically assaulted Angela in the process of this. Now, Shay, I'm going to have to say I don't fully believe exactly what Bella is saying because Bella was not there. This is information that was being told to her. So it's not like she's an eyewitness. She saw all of this stuff go down. More so of hearsay. And I'm assuming Angela told this story to Bella. But Shay, I'm going to have to say as well, this does make sense. And why I say it makes sense is because you stated, Shay, during your interview on the Black podcast, that when you had sex with Angela, that it was subpar, that it was not anything, to run, tell anybody about, to shout to the rooftop, that it was just so incredible. You stated yourself that you had better. You stated that while you were being sexually engaged by Angela, that Angela stopped during the process because she felt like she was doing something wrong. There was no sexual compatibility between you two. And when you're not sexually compatible, that does draw a strain in certain relationships. So if Angela told you after, the whole sex thing goes down and it didn't go how either one of you planned, Angela feeling like she couldn't please you, and you're basically stating that you weren't pleased by Angela, why would Angela want to keep pursuing you, especially sexually, if there's no chemistry or it just doesn't work? It just seems like a weird situation when you guys are doing it. It's kind of, like a chore versus two people engaging in something they're really passionate about. I would understand why Angela would be like, yeah, the sex wasn't hitting, wasn't there. Obviously, I can't please you. So I just think that, maybe we're just better off as friends. Maybe we should just be cool, with one another. You and I can just stay close, because this didn't work. And then you getting in a fit of rage because you're upset because you're one of the main girls and you feel like you should have, that energy should keep coming to you. You should keep being placed on this pedestal. And, now Angela's not going to place you on that pedestal because she doesn't want you sexually. So I can see you getting frustrated, feeling entitled to Angela and entitled to a certain energy, being on this totem pole. You're very high on the hierarchy and you wanted to stay there. So that does make sense. You did state, Shay, that there was a physical altercation that happened between you and Angela, but you stated Angela was assaulting everybody. And you also, all the women that were there during this visit, and you also state that you wanted to hit her back during the process of her going around hitting you. Well, Shay, did you hit her? Did you hit her first? I don't know, but let's keep going.
And told her, "Listen, I love you, but I see you as a friend. I want to still be your friend. I see you as like a best friend." Shay got upset and attacked Angela. When she attacked Angela, Angela smacked her to get her off of her. And
so Shay and Angela had a physical altercation.
Yes.
Wow.
So Saturday, while Angela was live, there was a 17-year-old that was in her chat, a 17-year-old female, and she wanted to know if she can join the Daddy's Girl cult, the TikTok BBW cult. And Angela told her yes. She said that in the state that she lives in, which it's Michigan, that 16 is the age of consent. So she said that she's more than down to have this teenager come and join the cult, her to do sexual things to her and her, giving financial favors, all of these things. That's fine. It doesn't matter that you're 17 and you want to join. That's cool. In my state, that is, the legal age of consent. So of course, that sent the internet into an uproar. Everybody was completely upset because this is a teenager. It's just like, have some type of couth, some type of respect for yourself and others. This is somebody's teenage child that you are talking to, somebody's teenage child that you are trying to bring into something that a whole bunch of other adults are a part of. Let that girl live her life before you try to destroy her life. So it's extremely inappropriate. It's very predatorial, because if you'll sleep with a 17-year-old, you'll sleep with a 16-year-old, you'll sleep with a 15-year-old, and on and so forth. So therefore, it's very alarming for Angela to try to make it seem as if that's okay. At least with Nature Boy, at least he tried to make it seem as if, 18 and up. I'm not doing anything below 18 because I'm not trying to get in any type of trouble. It's not that Nature Boy didn't want to do anything with, children, teenagers and, things of that nature. He just knows that it's illegal. So since it's illegal, he wants no part. But if it was legal and wherever he was, that's why it's rumored that he wanted to go overseas, is because we don't all have the same rules around the world, the same laws around the world. Not everywhere has diplomacy. So it's the same thing with Angela. Angela's basically stating that I have the right to, bring you in my cult. I have the right to sleep with you. I have the right to do all of those things because in my state, it's, the legal consent is at 16. Having morals, a person just wouldn't think that way, So with her saying these type of things lets us know that she has no conscience, and she also has really no standards when it comes to, I'm only going to allow certain things, or I'll only accept certain things. No, the sky is the limit when it comes to Angela. So not only are these BBWs being, used and abused by her allegedly, now she's willing to do it to teenagers. So let's get into the people that are very upset by what Angela had to say.
Why the hell are you attracted to 16-year-old children?
You said what?
Why are you attracted to 16-year-old children?
I ain't never said that. I said 16 is consensual in Michigan.
It's still a child. That you need help,
huh?
Sweetie, you need help.
But you came up on her live and you watching her, so who really needs help?
Need help, my guy.
Who really needs help?
Sweetie, you are 16-year-old.
Who really needs help if you on her live watching her? You can't.
It is like get your goofy ass the fuck on, my nigga. How much followers you got, you goofy bitch?
Like who really needs help here?
And you yourself, sweetie, you also need help.
What do I need help for? Let me know.
Because you also obsessed with her as well.
Huh?
What do you know about me?
So you're obsessed with her too as well. No, this girl has literally told women to pull dreads out. Has literally told women to pull women's dreads out. Has literally used the BBW.
What do you know about me? What do you know about me?
16.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
I know that you're obsessed with her. Clearly.
I'm a sexual offender.
I never said that you was, baby. I'm saying that she is. She has literally went. There's messages.
But she's not.
And I got the screenshots to prove it. There is literal screenshots of her literally telling women to pull braids out.
Pussy nigga just said that.
And to cut themselves
I got females that's your age.
Do you know anything about BDSM?
How many followers do you have? You like a nigga that got 10 followers.
That's irrelevant.
Do you know?
That's irrelevant.
Excuse me. Do you know anything about BDSM?
That's irrelevant.
If you don't know anything about BDSM, you can might as well just go ahead and get down, babe.
I ain't getting down nothing, sweetie. I'm a grown ass man.
If you don't know anything about BDSM, then you shouldn't have an opinion.
I'm a grown ass man.
If you know nothing about BDSM, you shouldn't have an opinion on it. If you don't know anything about BDSM, you shouldn't have an opinion on it. If you don't know anything about BDSM, you shouldn't have an opinion on it. Simple as that. Thank you, sir.
No, because clearly you can't come up with a response. You are deflecting. You are deflecting, sweetie, and you need help.
Who need help? My nigga, that
both of you need help. You need to go to a psychiatric ward because you are literally trying to court children.
My love.
The fact that you still have a platform.
She said nothing about a child. She said nothing about a child.
16 is a kid.
16 is a child, okay, but it's still consensual.
16
if you search it up,
a child.
If you know the law, you know 16 is the age of consent.
16 is a child.
16 is also the age of consent.
Nobody fuck with no 16-year-old at 17.
You even tried DJ Soul Child on here.
The man on the line with Angela at this moment in time is 100% correct. BDSM has nothing to do with having sexual interest with a minor. There are two separate things. At this moment in time, ma'am, you are deflecting. And like he said, both of you need help. You need help because you even said out of your own mouth to defend Angela that her being with the six, if she can give consent, she's old enough to give consent. It's still gross. It's still creepy. It still shouldn't be something that adult, like Angela is 10 years older than this 17-year-old. Angela is 27 years old. No 27-year-old needs to be online, whether male or female, on the line with someone that is 17 years old trying to engage them sexually, financially, any of that. Like, it's crazy that all of them are just basically, all of her women are just sitting here like, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's not okay. If anything, just sit back and be quiet. You know, at this moment in time, let her fight her own battle. She stated that she wanted to date and be with this 17-year-old. That has nothing to do with you. Neither does it have anything to do with BDSM. It has nothing to do with that. Besides the fact that she's trying to do BDSM on a 17-year-old. I mean, how creepy is that? I mean, on top of that, once again, you're deflecting. That is a deflection. Stay on topic. The topic is Angela. Why do you think that it's okay to be sitting here online and trying to lure in 16 and 17-year-olds and things in that nature? It's gross. It's creepy. And Angela, honestly, you should be arrested, because I feel like if you don't mess with a 17-year-old, you've been messing with people younger than that. Not everything is public. So I will be doing some digging, Angela, and you better pray, sis, that I don't find anything you want to be stud. Moving right along. And I don't want this to be taken as a male threatening a woman. No, Angela, like I said, this is not a threat. It's a promise. Get on both of your knees, place both of your hands together, and pray to whoever you pray to. Since you have your girls praying to you as if you're some type of god or deity, I would have you get in the mirror and pray to yourself and hope that we do not find anything of you doing anything with anyone under the age of 18. So pray that we don't, girl, because I will be reporting you to the same place in Michigan where you swear you know all the laws. I hope you do, girl, because we will be reporting you. I will not be reporting it on YouTube. I will be reporting it to the authorities, the police, okay? I'll contact them and they will contact you. Hair flip. Moving right along.
Warning, as this next video has themes of pedophilia, and I'm fed up with this fake ass cult leader. Let's talk about it.
Yes, 17, hit me up. On my phone, baby. 10-year age difference. Nobody gives a fuck.
I want you all to share this video, and you share it to every platform that you have. This woman needs to be locked up. Good day. Goofy. Goofy. On this app. On this app. Hold on this app is primarily targeted toward 13 and 19-year-olds. You are an influencer. You are an influencer.
You keep making shit about me. I don't even know you.
I'm sorry?
I don't know you.
What have I said that's been a lie?
I don't know. You just made a video about me for no apparent reason. They ain't got shit to do with you.
Was
if
that
you want clout, my nigga.
Was that not predatory behavior? Was that not predatory behavior?
Clout, do that shit. I see you, my guy.
Angela, was that not predatory behavior?
You said what?
Was that not predatory behavior?
Was that not predatory behavior?
Predatory behavior, yes. Was it not predatory behavior?
My guy, I don't know what you're talking about, my guy.
You said you 10 years older than a 17-year-old. And you told her.
That's your problem.
You told her to pull up.
That's your problem.
You told her to.
I'm not talking about your daughter.
You're not answering the question.
I'm not talking about you.
You're not answering.
So what makes you feel like you have the right to address that situation?
Question. So because it's not my daughter, it has nothing to do with me. That what you're saying?
This shit keep on going down. Hold on one second.
Is that what you're saying?
I can't hear you.
I said, I'm asking you. Because it's not my daughter, it has nothing to do with me. That what you're saying?
Correct.
And you don't think that's a problem?
My nigga, you keep making videos.
First of all,
what do you need? I know you got hella followers. You need clout. You need views. What do you need from me?
Angela, I can promise you two things. Number one, you don't have clout.
What do you need from me?
Angela, I can promise you two things. Number one, you don't have clout. You don't have clout. I have credibility.
When you made videos about me, my guy,
Angela, I don't get clout off of you. Angela, I don't get clout off of you. You don't have nearly the credibility
why do you keep
that I
making
have.
Videos? Why do you
because you're disgusting.
I'm a female, my nigga.
That's why. I'm sorry?
I'm a female. You scooping down to a female level. I shouldn't even be in your mouth, my guy.
You said I'm stooping down to a female's level. That's what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
No. Me stooping down to a female's level is me calling you out your name other than the things that I've brought forth.
My God, why do you keep making videos about me? It's been 3 videos already. Why?
Because you're disgusting.
I'm disgusting?
And you need to be off this app. That's why.
You don't feel like you are?
No. No, why not at all.
Because you perfect, right?
No, never said I was perfect.
Goofy.
Never.
You perfect. You ain't
never
perfect.
Never said I was perfect. Absolutely not. Perfect. Never said I was perfect.
Said,
I'm not perfect.
You have no right to
Angela,
discuss anybody, anything.
I'm not perfect.
I did my live. You decided to go on your live. You decided
recording of predatory behavior that you were exhibiting.
Predatory behavior, nigga. Are you the FBI?
You don't know.
Cause you, I want to see the badge. At this point, I'm not the nigga. I might seem like a feminine person, but I'll get you in check real quick.
Check this out, Angela.
You have an FBI
check this
badge.
out. Check this out.
You
Angela.
have an FBI number,
Angela.
my nigga.
Angela, check this out. Check this out. You don't have the capacity to check me. My wife will check you.
I don't give a fuck about your wife, nigga.
That's cool.
So let her come check me.
That's cool, and she will. And she will.
Yeah, let her do
but
that.
As an influencer, I will always check you. Always.
Yeah, what the fuck you talking about? You a nigga checking a female.
Let's put this into perspective. Let's put this into perspective. I asked you as an influencer, did you think it was okay for you as a 27-year-old? You said 10-year difference. As a 27-year-old.
That's none of your fucking business. So what about when I date a 51-year-old? What about that?
Tell a 17-year-old to pull up.
Nigga, you ain't you the word of goofy?
I'm sorry?
Didn't you create Goofy or you the Goofy?
No, that was Disney.
You say Goofy a lot, right?
That was Disney.
You say Goofy a lot, right?
That was Disney. Yeah, that was Disney. I just popularized it.
Well, I'm telling you, you're a goofy nigga.
Sounds good. You're a predator.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want a cookie for that shit?
No, I want you off this app and I want you in jail.
It's not gonna happen, nigga. If they take me off, I'm gonna make a new one.
Okay.
You think I'm a predator off of what? You decided.
I just gave you. You decided to make videos about me, my nigga. Question. Now let's put this into perspective. I just asked you as an influencer, did you think it was okay for you to tell a 17-year-old to pull up on you and there's a 10-year age difference? Who gives a F? And your response to me was, is that your daughter?
Shout out to I Speak 1906. He's lit. He's on TikTok and a bunch of other platforms, IG and other places. He had the opportunity to speak with Angela. Angela tries to sugarcoat it and make it seem as if this is a man attacking her as a woman. I find it very weird, Angela, how you want to sit here and have all this wannabe testosterone and stand here as if you're a stud, if you're a true man. And then when you be approached by one, all of a sudden it is an issue. I find that very weird when you have all of this wannabe testosterone. So when someone with actual testosterone wants to approach you, it's an issue. It's a stay in a man's place. Well, you should stay in a woman's place. And online, trying to gather minors to join your situation, everybody should be speaking up about that. It does not matter the gender. You're very weird. And on top of that, I Speak was not disrespectful to you, and neither was the young man that you spoke with on the earlier live that we showed. Neither one of them was disrespectful. So it doesn't matter how a man approaches a situation when he sees wrongdoing or is approached by a female. It's always going to be pushed, well, you're a man. That has nothing to do with anything. A man should not be putting his hands on you, but he has the right to voice his opinion, whether you're a female or not. So stop trying to hide behind the I'm a female when you're doing wrong things. These men are not approaching you because you're a lesbian. These men are not approaching you because of your sexual preference or because of what you look like or anything in that nature. They're approaching you because they see wrongdoing, and anybody should be doing that. So, Angela, if you do something wrong and break the law, should only a woman cop come and arrest you because a man should stay in a man's place and worry about manly things? I find that weird. You can wear the clothes that we wear. You can try to have the hunch and the lingo and try to do the things that men do, and how you try to make it seem as if men are so promiscuous when it comes to women. So that's okay if I do it because men get away with it. Stop comparing where you don't compete. Okay, take the energy or walk away from it. Allegedly, Angela has been banned again on TikTok, but every time she gets banned, she comes right back with another account because for some reason, she feels like she's relevant. What people don't get about Angela is that she doesn't want to be paid from TikTok. She wants the followers from TikTok. She wants to use these people, use these women to be able to financially exploit them, sexually exploit them, and even physically abuse and exploit in different manners. So that's what she cares about. She cares about drawing in an audience because that's where she gets her money. She gets her money from these people. TikTok does not matter. TikTok is the arena to bring the people in so that she can get her money. You know, she could care less about being monetized on there or, you know, being any of that, a check mark. She doesn't care. She just wants the people and she just wants the money. So we were just going to do 3 parts. We're definitely coming back with a part 4 because there is a lot to this, maybe even a part 5. So thank you so much for joining me. I will keep my eye on this story and I will keep you updated. I love you all so much. Like and subscribe.